Good to go.
Whew.
You're
All
welcome.
right, all right, all right, all right. You can whatever you want to do. You want to play something, you can play it. If not, we can get straight into it.
Straight to it, bro.
All right. So everything I do it on God. Every time we do it on God. When I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the number one rapper in the world, and the BMC Capo. That is 1-5, the other co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the owner of the Punish Me Vodka, and the number one producer in the world. That is Jimmy two times, the disgruntled 49er and hopeful Sooner fan, and my brother from another mother. And we heard the
I gotta get
unbiased.
something out of this, man.
This
It had to
motherfucker
change,
full
man.
of shit. All right, so we're gonna start off on the college side. Week 13 was crazy. It was some shit. It didn't surprise us, but it did. So Oregon, number one team in the country, was on a bye, so they didn't play. They're 11-0. Number two, Ohio State, 38-15 over number five, Indiana. Indiana is now 10-1. Ohio State is now 10-1. I will start with two times. No, yeah, I'll start with two times. Two times.
Since I am the outsider,
Yeah, what did you assess from the game that you saw when you saw it on Saturday with me?
I think Indiana gave a good, they tried to come out with some energy. Teams that pretty much know they got to come out on their P's and Q's to even be a top ranked team. And I just feel like this is their first time really in the sunlight, and that sunlight came and went, and it was just like the real team that was supposed to win just came out and just wiped out their hopes, man. What I don't like is they come into this game undefeated, and yeah, they did get their ass kicked, but at the end of the day, I don't want the people deciding the tournament, the playing or whatever you want to call this shit, to disrespect them because there were some teams that they keep trying to keep in this shit. They lost games they had no business fucking losing, or Indiana was supposed to lose this game. There's some teams that lost games they had no business losing. So, in my mind, they should stay right in the group of 12 unless they do something crazy between now and then. But great effort by the Hoosiers. But I feel like Ohio State is exactly who I thought they was from the beginning of the season. They had their one small hiccup against Oregon, and like I said, that game could have gone either way. You know, um, I like the fact that they came out and showed their dominance, and they didn't get rattled by any of the stuff that Indiana tried to throw at them. Because sometimes teams could come out like that, and they misjudge the haymakers getting thrown at them and actually get knocked the fuck out. Y'all came in there, handled your business, played them like a son their ass, and then that was the end of it.
Okay. Two times. 1-5. What you think about our performance on Saturday?
Well, it was pretty damn close to the score I told you it'd be 41 to 17. It was 38-15. I wasn't off by much. Um, I thought we got off to a slow start. They're gonna have to figure something out with that. My guy, the cornerback, what's his name, Davison. My guy,
Igbinosa.
yeah, that dude, man, he's Eli Apple 2.0. He needs to quit holding on to receivers, or that'll get exploited in the playoffs for pass interference penalties, especially once we get to where you got some more call happy refs and all that shit. Once we get the cream of the crop of the people calling games, they're going to start calling him more for that stuff. Other than that, man, the defense played outstanding. The offense looked really good. My guy was fired up. Their coach gave us some bulletin board material with the Google me. All I do is win bullshit. Um, I thought it was a solid win. It was a stamp on the season. It let people know that Ohio State is ramping up, not falling off. And man, they with the looks of how everybody else is playing, they're going to be in trouble when it comes time to playoffs, man. They're going to be in trouble.
Um,
I agree.
um, I agree. My assessment of this game was we played our first complete game on all three levels of football.
Mm-hmm.
Defense showed their ass to a
Mhm.
different level. Special teams was outstanding. Haven't had a punt return in 10 years
Mm-hmm.
since the last time we played Indiana was a punt return by Jalen Marshall, which is a significant thing. Like it's really weird that it was against Indiana and it was the year we won the championship, the last time we won the title. And it was Caleb Downs this time. It was Jalen Marshall that time. What I really thought that was really that stood out that people really overlooked was we lost our center, our starting center.
Mhm.
And Will Howard, besides one real play, like one play out of this game, he was really clean the whole game. Like
Mhm.
they never sacked Will Howard for real. Running game was working. I like the way he spread it to Abuka, Tate, and Smith. I'm happy it wasn't just a one-man show. He was hitting everybody. I mean, let's just talk about the third and 35.
Mhm.
Like the shit that happened on third and first of all, and that's another thing, the bullshit ass holding calls that these set of referees that they was calling some bullshit against Ohio State. I'm gonna just be honest. Igbinosa cleaned up his play in the rest of the game after those two penalties. He never got another one. The defense played out their mind. But what I liked was when the game was over, they interviewed Jack Sawyer, they interviewed Emeka Abuka, they interviewed Will Howard. But the main interview was Jack Sawyer because they asked Jack Sawyer, they said, "What'd you think about this win?" And he said, "I don't care about it. It's time for that one game now. We don't give a fuck about this game. It's over." So they didn't really celebrate the Indiana win because they didn't really care about the Indiana win. They want this win this Saturday against the one motherfuckers we want really bad because it's
Mhm.
blood now. See, this the same defense that's never won this game before. They're 4 years in this trying to win this game. They want them gold pants. So this shit is serious, and I was happy what I saw. It was a real good outcome from him. I like the way Will Howard played. I feel like he played a real clean game. I feel like I even like the way he was scrambling in this game too, running. I thought it was a really good showing of him. But we'll move on. Number 3, Texas, 31 to
Two more assessments.
Go ahead.
Just real quick. Will Howard, the only thing our offense is missing is a deep ball. I think we need that threat of a deep ball going forward also. And then Indiana, for people that have been fans of the show and watched the show, Indiana is what I envisioned Oregon to be when they were going to come into the Big Ten. Undersized offensive lineman, a little, you know what I mean, just a little skilled team, and that's what Indiana looks like what I envisioned Oregon to be. And now that's pretty much my last two takeaways.
Indiana is a bunch of James Madison transfers. That's why they're so small.
Yeah.
That's number 1. Number 2, we do have a deep ball. The problem is he doesn't force the deep ball, which is actually smart. Because sometimes when you got weapons like you got, if you force it, that's interceptions. Because think about it, the game against Northwestern, he threw the deep ball. Jeremiah Smith catches it one hand. It really was a touchdown. They say he dropped it, the ball touched the ground. Every time he does it, it's like we overlook it because he doesn't do it constantly. But I like the fact that we don't rely on just the deep ball. That's what I like because you have to spread this shit around. He has too many fucking weapons not to. Like, he just had. Now, should we go to it more? Yeah, I agree.
That's my need to have that in the arsenal. If you don't throw a deep ball at all during the game, then that just puts the defense.
But it's there. But if the defense ain't showing it to you, you got to take what the D giving you.
Get that too, but you at least got to take 1 or 2 shots.
No, I see what he means to keep them single highs and the loading the box up and to stop the run.
You got to have that threat. And some games they don't throw it at all, and that's not going to get it done against some of these top tier defenses. Man, you got to stretch them out a little bit, and we got the weapons to do that. So that's all I'm saying. I'd like to see them go to it a little bit more.
Number 3 Texas 31-14 over Kentucky. Texas is now 10-1. Kentucky is 4-7. Penn State number 4 escapes Minnesota by 1 point.
Man.
And if you didn't watch the game, they escaped them on a fake punt.
Mm-hmm.
So Penn State, that's what we doing to beat Minnesota. we doing fake punts to get a dub.
You beat Gophers with fake punts.
Number 6, right? Number 6 Notre Dame 49-14 over Army. Notre Dame is rolling. They 10-1. Army is now 9-1. Now the next game I want to talk about because I was going to pick this team, and at the last minute I picked the other team, and I'm pissed I did because I gave a great assessment on why I knew this was going to happen. Number 7 Alabama loses to Oklahoma in Norman 24-3. Oklahoma is now 6-5. Alabama is 8-3 on the outside, looking in at the college football playoff. They should actually be done, which is I'm hearing they're supposed to be done, which is a good thing. I don't know if did you see this game 1-5?
I did, and I had money. I had money on the games this weekend. I had if Alabama and Texas A&M did their fucking parts, I would be $30,000 richer today.
Well, you knew the mob wasn't gonna let you do that anyway.
Nah,
the mob wasn't gonna let you win that shit. Not 30 bands. Now, if you would have said like 3 bands, you might be all right.
I would have
been $30.
You ain't winning that shit unless you in Vegas, bro. You not winning it in no fucking Ohio.
Hey, and if you do, you might want to have somebody else start your car up every morning.
You're right.
Period. So I'm is there anything you want to say about the game before I give my assessment? Then we let 2 times go.
How the fuck you only scored 3 points in your Alabama and you're supposed to be this high-powered offense? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
3 points and you're a high-powered offense. Your quarterback is supposed to be a Heisman candidate according to the media. But luckily for us, we do something we call the eye test.
Definitely.
And eye test said Alabama's quarterback has been ass crack all year. And he was ass crack on Saturday.
Overrated.
Team was ass crack on Saturday. It was the worst showing I've seen from an Alabama team since the 1980s. I mean,
they overrated.
It was terrible. I'm surprised Nick Saban didn't come out of the damn TV booth just to come back to coach next week, this coming week. Like, fuck it, dude, you're out of here. The boys, you're gone. I'm coming back to right the ship. You know what I mean? Terrible. He left that guy a great program. He's just shitting on it this year.
I mean, if you're not an Alabama fan,
yeah,
you've seen what Alabama really is. If you're an Alabama fan, you're gonna play the denial game and you're gonna lie to yourself like they're good, and you're gonna convince yourself when they beat weak ass Missouri because Missouri's sorry, and then they beat weak ass LSU because LSU is sorry that you convince yourself, oh shit, we're back, we're Alabama. But I knew it for some reason. I said, oh, they going to Norman, a night game, huh? Oklahoma ain't got nothing to lose, but Oklahoma plays good defense. And if it's one thing Jalen Milroe don't play good against, it's good defense. See, you can have a good offense and lose to Alabama, but if you got a good defense, you can whoop Alabama's ass because they're not good on offense for real, besides throwing it to Ryan Williams and Jalen Milroe just making plays, running around on the field. That's it. But I called this game. I knew I should have went with Oklahoma because I said they was going to fucking get it done. 2 times you got the flow.
My quarterback threw for 67 yards and 1. That's unbelievable. But remember I told you all year, this motherfucker will throw for 37 yards, and we don't know what the fuck might happen. But normally we've been getting our ass kicked. So that's why I went from a disgruntled Sooner fan to hopeful, because maybe now he's starting to get it a little bit. Maybe he realizes, I only throw the ball well. I run it. I distribute the ball. I get the ball to whatever few playmakers we got, and we play solid defense. Just don't do anything stupid. He didn't make one bad play the whole game. He kept the ball in our hands, and he made plays when he had to with his feet. Until he figures out his arm or whatever fuck he calls that, I'll just be hopeful for that. I'm not going to expect anything else. I didn't expect anything in this bowl. In this game, I really thought Alabama would beat us because of how inconsistent we played. Because if you'd have watched us against the Missouri game, we had Missouri beat. And then Jackson Arnold, well, I like to call him Arnold Jackson, because we had the game won. He gives the game away, but with a scoop and score. So it's like, what am I supposed to expect going into this game? I expected what I've been getting from him all season. Him getting the ball hyped to him and he looking like he ain't know what the fuck to do with it half the time. But this game, I don't know whether somebody scared him, he actually read the playbook, or he's trying to figure it out and kind of figured it out. I don't really know. I can't even take this and be like, yeah, we're going in the right direction. Because the next game, like we play LSU this Saturday. I still don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? This Alabama shit we could be a one-hit wonder. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We could be one-hit wonder, or this could be the sign of a turnaround, and this guy actually starts to get it. But I'll take this win because I hate Alabama. My whole family knows I hate Alabama. They were quiet as fuck. Every Alabama fan I know didn't say a goddamn thing. And I love that because it seems like every time we play them, they lose to us. And I like that part too. So we could have actually been 0 for the whole season and won this game. And I'd have been like, because like really, this is really my Michigan game because I knew we wasn't beating Texas. Like for y'all, this is y'all, how Michigan is your team. Alabama's really my team because they're in the SEC. I don't really care about Texas because, like I said, with the team we put out there, I knew we weren't beating them in the Cotton Bowl. I knew we weren't beating them this year at all because just how we would have been playing all the way up to that game. So, like I said, LSU next. We'll see. Hey, I'm hopeful. That's all I got.
There you go.
All right. Number 8, Miami, Florida, 42-14 over Wake Forest. Miami is now 10-1. Wake Forest is 4-7. I kind of seen this coming. I knew Wake Forest wasn't gonna beat Miami. Number 9, Ole Miss, another upset. Florida, 24-17. I called this one too, but I didn't. I was gonna pick Florida. I was that close. I don't know why I didn't. Florida beats them 24-17. Jackson Dart shows that Jackson Dart is not capable of winning games when it matters, but that Ole Miss defense is suspect as well. They lose 24-17 in the swamp. Georgia blows out Marcus Camby and UMass 59-21. There's no point even talking about it. Tennessee beats UTEP 56-0. Number 11 team in the country. Boise State escapes Wyoming 17-13.
A wild game too.
Boise State is now 10-1. Wyoming is 2-9. We are going into the next week of the college football season, week 14. This is rivalry week. Shout out to all the rivalries. Shout out to the greatest rivalry in the world, one of the greatest rivalries in the world called The Game. It is the Up North Lames against the Ohio State University. It is also the Iron Bowl with Auburn and Alabama. It's going to be a lot of games. Oregon and Oregon State are playing each other. It's a lot of different ones.
Texas A&M.
That's what I was going to say. Texas A&M next. Florida State, which is not going to be shit because Florida State is ass now. But it's that time of the year where you get excited. I believe Syracuse play Miami. I think.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, I think.
Remember, that's the game I called Miami was going to really lose. So this might be their second loss right here.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Because your ex-quarterback, he's actually having a great season up there with Rondé Gadsden's son. They playing pitch and catch up there. They just don't have a fucking defense.
Right. The Ravens won last night. The Ravens won 30-23 last night, didn't they?
Something like that, yeah.
Thought so. All right, we'll move over to week 12 NFL.
Hey, I heard
What's
something interesting this today. Do you know what the SEC stands for?
Southeastern Conference.
Sucking each other's cock. because that's
Yeah.
what.
We'll
Okay.
you know what's funny? I knew it was coming. I knew it was gonna be something left as fuck. Like I knew you was gonna come with some left field shit.
Hey man, we don't do this in Oklahoma. We just got here. Whatever we were doing before we got here, I'm listening to the devices. Just do that shit after you get out of our stadium.
Hey, if you listen to the early stuff on Spotify, you heard this all the time. Well, I've been good on the live, so
Yeah.
Yeah, you've actually been quite quiet.
North Carolina fired Mac Brown today. I wanted to let them know that. If you didn't know,
But he's still going to coach against North Carolina State.
Yeah, this
Another rivalry game.
So Mac Brown is no longer the North Carolina coach. UD and North Carolina had a big game last night in the Maui Invitational. My Tar Heels beat UD by 2. UD was up 19 on us though. So shout out to UD. UD looks good. So if anybody's watching the Flyers, keep up with the Flyers. They are hooping. UConn got knocked off tonight by Colorado in Maui tonight.
Second loss.
Point. That's what I'm saying. Like this Maui Invitational is dope because it's a lot of good teams in the Maui Invitational. Tonight, Duke is playing Kansas, I believe.
You know, the Maui Invitational has always been a quality tournament.
It's the shit. It's the shit. And y'all know I hate Duke. So hopefully Kansas beat them, but I hate Kansas too. So fuck
everybody hates Duke.
So we'll move on to week 12, NFL. And I guess I'm gonna start at the top. I'm gonna start Steelers Browns 24-19. Browns pull out off in the Snow Bowl. I call it the Snow Bowl because it was snowing real bad. The Steelers didn't really have no answers, even though they scored their touchdowns late. They just couldn't fuck with the Browns running game. They couldn't stop that. Jameis Winston picked them apart at the end to get a W. Chiefs Panthers. Chiefs 30-27 over the Panthers. The Chiefs are now 10-1. The Panthers are 3-8, but the Chiefs did not look great.
At all.
Nope.
They just didn't look great. And I'm not going to say they're about to have the collapse that we had last year because I don't see that. But I can see them still going to the playoffs and doing what the Chiefs do. But as far as Super Bowl, it's up in the air with me when it comes to the Chiefs. I don't know. I really don't know.
You can't count them out, but you can't say definitely. But I will say this. Can we at least say right now that Bryce Young may be starting to figure out the NFL just a little bit? I ain't saying he's going to be successful, but he looks great.
They look like
he looks better.
They look good. They look good 2 weeks in a row. So hopefully
he looks better.
Hopefully,
like I said, I'm not an Alabama fan. I was never really a fan of him. But I want to see good play, man. I don't like seeing shitty teams. So even if I don't like your ass, I at least want you to be competitive. I don't want you to be on my goddamn screen stinking up my house.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not begging him to fail.
No, you're not. Nobody is.
If he's good, I mean, the better the teams, the better the football is. So It's not like we get on here and we're like, fuck the Panthers or whoever's a Panthers fan. It ain't like we want to see Bryce Young fail. We want to see good football. And y'all division is a pamper. Every other week Tampa Bay want to be good, then they want to be sorry.
It's all Jekyll and Hyde in that division.
Atlanta want to be good, then they want to be sorry. New Orleans want to be good, then they want to be sorry. I mean, there's no consistency with the South. So that's what we want to see.
There's a lot of inconsistency, but in the league in general, there's a lot of teams that just up and down. Yeah. It's hard to pick.
Yeah. Titans beat the Texans 32-27. Texans,
another one.
The Titans are 3-8. The Texans are 7-5. The missing these wide receivers is really hurting Stroud right now. Their running game is nice, but the passing game is not working right now because he just got Nico Collins back when they played Dallas, and I think they got to get their rhythm back again. It's kind of off. But if the Texans don't tighten up, they'll miss the fucking playoffs.
He looked a little better this week, but it's just like it's something not right.
I don't know. It's something wrong. 49ers, Packers 38, 49ers 10, Packers 8-3, 49ers 5-6. There ain't really too much to talk about when it comes to this game because Brock Purdy didn't play in this game, and the guy that played behind him was so ass, it ain't even worth going through it.
Matter of fact, he's 1-5 former ass.
I mean, he just. It was.
I will say this. This is all I'm gonna say about this game. I knew they was gonna lose the game. And to be fair, There's a lot of things going on with this team, injury wise, um, play decisions. It's a fucking mess there right now.
So I'm
It's
gonna
like
ask
guys
you.
can take.
So I'm gonna ask you one more time, for the people in the back. Is the window closed?
I plead the fifth. I don't know. I don't want to close it. Look,
One
it
five,
don't look open and it don't look closed.
Hey, if that
1-5.
window's open, they got the blinds down. That's all I'm saying.
And we got one window. If you get in the bathroom where you can't see it in it or out of it, we just got a window.
Yeah.
1-5. Is
Yeah.
the window closed?
Oh yeah, it's closed.
Okay.
Man, fuck your window too.
It's closed, and they getting ready to start nailing the shit shut.
I don't know what's going on there, man. I'm just watching games at this point. I'm flabbergasted at the injuries. I'm flabbergasted at the decisions. I'm flabbergasted at the lack of effort. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck to say because I've seen this team. I've never seen this team play this bad. It's in the Kyle Shanahan era once he got his players. But it's like I don't know what the fuck to say. I don't even know how to explain this.
It's like you guys are mailing it in for the year, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they are. I think they're really trying to go out there and play ball, and they're just not playing good.
Yeah, it's just not coming together because we had all them penalties, missed tackles. I mean, it was so many missed tackles in the first half of that game, and there was points to where we actually had a chance had we took our head out our ass to actually take control of that game and possibly win it because Green Bay was kind of low key trying to give it back to us, but then they finally said, "Man, fuck them," and they just won the game.
Right.
The Eagles
what it is, man.
The Eagles beat the Rams 37-20. We are officially 9-2. The Rams are 5-6. Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the league. Saquon Barkley is the MVP of the league in my world right now. And we are a problem. Without Devontae Smith, we put up 37 points on the Rams, which I said was going to happen, that we were going to win without him. We didn't need him because, like I said, the last 2 games he had been nursing an injury. He had only caught 6 passes for 40 yards. So I'd rather have a healthy Devontae Smith out there. With what we just did, we are basically like the number 1 running game in the league. And then I ain't even going to speak on my defense because my defense is a problem. Like,
I remember we used to put up 37 points, and we used to be a problem.
A problem. So
I think he puts up 37 points and lose.
That's all I'm gonna say.
No, we take 37 points. We don't put it up no more.
Shout out to the Bird Gang all day long.
I can't even lie. I mean, to be honest with you, if I had to pick between the Lions or the Eagles to win the NFC, I'd have to say y'all. Y'all look more consistent overall. The Lions have moments where they'll let the teams that shouldn't be getting with them, kind of stick around because Jared Goff ain't playing horrible, but he had a game this week where he didn't even throw a touchdown pass, and to be fair, that didn't look great. But I ain't mad at him for not turning the ball over. He just drove the car without crashing it. That's all we can really say.
Right.
I mean, this is the thing with me. Are they 10-1? Yeah.
Yeah, he did what he had to do.
Should we beat 10-1? Yeah. Saquon dropped the ball against the Falcons. But if we were to play against each other, do I think we can beat them? Yes. And the reason why is because I think my defense is better than their defense because my secondary is better than their secondary. And that's why I think they lack it. And I think that's where they're not going to be able to beat us at. They got
just a little bit of something that just makes them not as complete as y'all, and that's why if the NFC Championship game had to start now and they had to play y'all, and I don't care if it's in Detroit or Philadelphia, I feel like y'all have an upper hand right now, and that's no disrespect to them because they can't run the ball like a son of a bitch.
Nah, they
listen, but other than that Tampa Bay game,
we 1-2 in rushing, so I'm not. You can't take nothing from them. Like
the only thing I can criticize y'all for is that Tampa Bay game, but that shit happens. That ain't really shit to even really mention.
We was hurt though. We didn't.
I know what I'm saying. That's why sometimes we were worth mentioning. Because like I
Yeah, I
said,
don't care about that.
if I had that shoe, I'd be like, well, I'll take that ass whooping if I'm looking like this.
Tell Tampa Bay to play me now, and we'll beat the
No,
brakes off
they didn't
them.
want to do that. I don't know they want no parts of that.
Players now, players right now. But the Eagles are
I don't know they want that.
We on a 7-game win streak, so shout out to my squad. We got the Ravens on Sunday, so that's gonna be a good one. Seahawks beat the Cardinals 16-6. I was the only one on the pod that picked the Seahawks. Shout out to me. The Seahawks are 6-5. The Cardinals are 6-5.
But you know why I didn't pick them?
1-5 finally blew it.
But you know why I didn't pick them? Because here's the thing: they had to come back to beat us, and the Cardinals been kind of lightweight rolling a little bit. So it looked like the Cardinals were the better team. But I mean, the Cardinals came back down to earth a little bit.
I'm gonna say
And they been looking okay, man. Stop it.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
When I picked the Cardinals, I got laughed off the fucking podcast.
You sure the fuck did. I admit that. I was wrong. So far I was wrong.
They're tied for first two.
All I'm gonna say is this: the reason why I picked the Seahawks, is because they beat you. Yeah. And the reason why I picked them is because they took that win over the Niners as momentum. And when I watched that game, I seen how Geno Smith was getting the ball to DK and Jackson Smith-Njigba, and I said, oh shit, Geno then found his rhythm with his two top receivers, and they're going to be a problem now. So they come in, the defense played out their mind against Arizona. The game was in fucking Seattle, which I knew, and I knew Arizona was going to go up there and lay a fucking egg, because whenever you give Arizona some success, they lay a fucking egg, and that's who they are.
But I will say this: your former defensive coordinator has done a hell of a job with a turd. He turned that into a motherfucking turkey dinner. Because they should be the worst team in the division.
They've got talent, and I mean, when you got a good coach with talent, you can play. That's this league. That's why I kept saying it to you when we be picking the games, and you be just downplaying it like, well, I ain't picking so and so because they so and so. But for real, if you look at the divisions, all of them are so close. There's nobody outside of my division, the Lions division, which is one of the top ones. And the AFC is the Bills, and the AFC is the Chiefs and the Broncos fighting. But if you look at all the other teams, they're all 6-5, 5-6, 7-5. It's like it's the top echelon teams, and then everybody else is down here, and they're all stuck in like a pattern. Like everybody's back and forth. So that's why I said that. Like,
it's a collage of mediocrity.
I'm not surprised. So the Broncos 29, Raiders 19. The Broncos are 7-5. They are officially a playoff team with this record. Let's see if they can keep it up. The Raiders are 2-9. They are looking to get another draft pick. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go for a quarterback. They're gonna need one. The Vikings 30-27 over the Bears. The Bears just can't get out their own way. The Vikings are 9-2 now. The Bears are 4-7. I think the Vikings have found themselves again. Sam Darnold has definitely found himself again because he didn't even get Jets in the end zone this weekend. Jordan Addison had a fucking game. Jordan Addison was shitting on the Bears by himself. Him and Hockenson was balling. Shout out to the Vikings. They are a problem in the NFC as well. They might give the Lions a problem, and they still got to play the Lions again. The Lions also have a tough schedule. They have the second hardest schedule left in the NFL. Shout out to Rob Lowe and his Lions, though. Shout out to Lowe. The Lions 24-6 over the Colts. The Lions are now 10-1. The Colts are 5-7. The Colts are going the way we thought they were going to start going now. It's looking like it's not looking that good for them. We'll see. Pats, Dolphins 34, Patriots 15. I told 2 times the last 2 weeks. I said the Dolphins didn't found themselves. I wasn't playing around. The Dolphins are now 5-6. The Patriots are 3-9. I just knew it. When you get healthy in the NFL, you start looking like yourself sometimes. And the schedule that they're playing is real formative for them to win games. They not playing nobody. Now they're gonna see I forget who the fuck they see this weekend. It's somebody that's tough. Oh, Thanksgiving. They play. Who do they play on
Green Bay.
Thanksgiving?
Green Bay.
So it's gonna be a tougher game. They probably lose that one. But the last two games, I knew they was gonna win them bitches. The Bucks 30-7 over the Giants. The Bucks are 5-6. Giants are 2-9. Malik Neighbors after the game said that the Giants are soft as fuck. Literally said they were soft. We're not confused. We been knew you were sorry, but calling yourself soft is really that's some shit right there, buddy.
Hey, Cam Ward should be very nervous right now.
I don't know if it's gonna be Cam Ward. It might be Shador Sanders.
Okay, all quarterbacks eligible for the draft should be very nervous right now.
I wouldn't be nervous. They got weapons. They just don't have a quarterback. Malik Neighbors is a dog. Malik
I know that.
Dog.
I know that, but like I said, but the problem with it is the New York media loves to chew up and spit out their quarterbacks. So if you come in and you show any sign of weakness, we don't know how you would take the big city like that. That's a tough ass fucking market to play in.
Shador can do it because Shador been getting scrutinized at Colorado for 2 straight years. Shador ain't worried about that shit. Now Cam Ward, I can't speak on him. But I've watched Shador go through scrutiny with Colorado because that's what the media do to Colorado.
Well, the only reason why I don't think Shador ended up in New York is because his daddy won't want him there, and I don't think that the New York will. It depends on the other teams in front of them because right now they'd be picking 4th. That's why they got them projected to take Cam Ward so far. But like I said, it's early still.
You know who the Giants are going to draft? They're going to draft Georgia's quarterback.
He's not even gonna go. He's not even gonna go in the first or second round.
Hey,
nah, he's going to be a day 3 pick if he gets drafted.
Jackson Dart, maybe. I don't know.
Man,
they'll do that before they do that.
Going to be successful in the league.
Carson Beck's not getting drafted in the first 2 days. He's a Panther.
Carson Beck shouldn't get drafted. Period. He should be selling.
He's ass as fuck.
Yeah. Hey, my guy looks like South Park.
He looked like Lurch in the face and shit too. The upset of the weekend. I hate to say this out loud. The upset of the weekend. I really don't want to say this out loud, but the Cowboys beat the Commanders 34-26. The Commanders have turned into a pamper.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels has came back down to rookie life, so now he's back to being a real rookie.
He should walk here.
but you lost to Cooper Rush. Like I can't.
He didn't have a bad game though. He threw for 275 with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but that the second touchdown was so late. He really did have a bad game because you playing the Cowboys. You were supposed to shit on the Cowboys.
All over them.
Hey, I think that a team led by me, you, and 2 times could shit on the Cowboys this year.
I mean, it's a possibility.
You know what I mean?
If our script's really good, I could probably give it a good effort.
But honestly, they're professionals, so I'm not surprised. But I mean,
it's the NFL, man, and it's a divisional game. I mean, that was one of the wildest games because when the Cowboys returned that fucking kick late at the end of the game, I was like, what?
And there was weekend. The Cowboys was wild. That Vikings-Bears game was wild. That Chiefs-Panthers game was wild.
Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
It was. Let me get to this last game so we can talk about this one. The Ravens and the Chargers. Ravens win 30-23 or 21. I can't remember what the fucking score was.
It was something like that.
I just know the Ravens was down 10, came all the way back and beat Harbaugh.
No, it was 30-6. It was 30-16.
Yeah, I loved it, but they can't.
It was 30-16.
That was the final score.
Yeah, because I needed Herbert to throw another touchdown to beat the guy that I had him and Quentin Johnson starting. Remember, Quentin Johnson dropped that pass that he had me guarding him, and he would have still be running to this day had he caught it.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, it wasn't 30-16. It was 30-23.
Oh, he wants to score a touchdown late.
They did. That's why I said that. I said it was either 21 or 23.
Because I left with like a minute left. I left with like a minute or so left. So they must have did it like right when I walked out the room.
Herbert threw all them passes, not one touchdown because Herbert's Herbert.
He
J.K.
scored a rushing
Dobbins
touchdown, and that was it.
and J.K. Dobbins got hurt in this game. Derrick Henry ran for 140 yards.
And
Lamar
Zay Flowers
Jackson,
was killing them too.
Lamar Jackson had a decent game, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. What I saw out of Baltimore last night was concerning for me because the Chargers. I just want to be honest. The Chargers are not an upper echelon AFC team. They're not.
They're average team.
They're really average. 'Cause that's how you. And you know how I knew. You know how you know they average? Because the Bengals let them off the hook.
Yeah.
And the Bengals defense is ass. And the
Yep.
Bengals should have won the fucking game.
Yep.
Yeah, the Bengals had that in their hand and they just dropped it.
So what Baltimore does is the problem with Baltimore is, and I think they're gonna have to get this fixed. They don't have no number two for real. A solid real number two receiver.
They wouldn't trade it for Deontay Johnson. He don't even touch the ball.
Goddamn, you don't even know he on the goddamn team. You didn't even
No.
know he was out there. If we didn't know that, if we didn't get the report that he got traded, we would have still thought he was on his old team.
No, he could have just stayed in Carolina for that shit.
Bateman scores a touchdown every other 10 goddamn games. And Bateman came out of the Big Ten, and he was a dog at Minnesota. He gets to the NFL, and he's ass. I mean, he's just ass.
He's a big underachiever, unfortunately. I hate to see that.
The tight ends are his number one receivers with Zay Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So once you take that away from them, what is Baltimore for real? And the crazy part about Baltimore is they're on pace right now they have the same numbers as the 1999 Rams statistically.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good their offense is. But when you're watching it, you like
it's kind of boring. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it ain't shit.
They have moments where they just run up and down the field, but then they don't get the ball in the end zone.
Okay.
And I just don't. My thing with them is they look like they're going to get to the playoffs. They might get a playoff home game or go on a
And they're going to blow it again.
And they're going to blow it and go home again.
Mm-hmm.
I just see it coming.
It almost feels like they're wasting Lamar Jackson's prime and shit.
I don't think they're wasting it. I think they've given him a lot of things around him. Lamar Jackson is playing great. His game has elevated. But you can play great, but that don't mean people around you gonna elevate with you. Because basketball and football is different. NFL is different. Like, I don't think Lamar is the problem.
Outside of giving him Derrick Henry, he doesn't have a superstar wide receiver. He needs a guy. He's got some playmakers, but those are guys are complementary playmakers.
Yeah, Zay Flowers is nice, but he's not a guy.
Yeah, he's not a guy. You be like, oh shit, Zay Flowers. You gonna be like, who you want to get?
Zay Flowers ain't a real number one.
Right.
No, he's a complimentary good player.
He's a high-end number two. They need to draft like a real good number one or find a number one in free agency.
You know what Zay Flowers is? He would be compared to when my 49ers had Jerry Rice, he's John Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can make a lot of plays, but he's not the man.
I can see that. You know what he is on the Chiefs? He's Xavier Worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is a number one. He's a fucking monster.
Ishavash or whatever the hell that guy's name is on my team. Yoshi Vosh.
Yeah.
Hey,
he ain't.
You remember last week
we asked? He ain't T. Higgins or your boy.
Yeah, you remember last week when we asked 2 times who was going to win this game? You remember what he said?
What did he say? I remember you said you was gonna do him like that. You know what's funny?
Hey.
I'm gonna tell you what's so funny. I love seeing that stupid motherfucker on the sideline with the magnifying glasses on, getting his ass whooped. He be looking stupid as hell
Hey,
with the big ass
hey, he do
glasses.
got the motherfucker. He do got the goddamn glasses. What's your boy be like? Can I have some milk?
My guy looks like Bubbles from
That's
Trailer
little
Park.
dog glasses. Little dog.
Yeah,
That motherfucking glass so goddamn. His eyes be so big in them goddamn glasses. He be
he
looking
looks
stupid as
like
fuck.
Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. If you guys
I
have
can't
seen,
stand his ass. That
And,
nigga
and Jim,
stupid.
like, when Jim Harbaugh them glasses, he like one of them guys that go into the bathroom when he go piss in the urinal. He drop his pants all the way down to his ankles.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
1-5. You know what I think he did too?
What's
I ain't
that?
gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say no names.
Okay,
But you seen the game last night, right?
yeah,
Did you see the uniforms they was wearing last night?
yeah, yeah.
Think about the colors they wore last night, the same week that we playing them motherfuckers, huh? He thought he
Yeah.
was getting it. So what he was doing was he was thinking, we put these on, we gonna win. Nah, you gonna lose, and them motherfuckers gonna lose too. So you might as well get yourself prepared. Some
He didn't
Dobbins,
steal any. You can't steal any signs in the NFL. You can't get a drone around the team now.
yeah. Dobbins was like, "You're gonna make me wear what?
right,
Maize and blue,
right, and got
or
hurt.
powder
That's how
blue,
you
and
know. Hey, that's how you know he didn't want to wear that shit. He went out in the first
And it
quarter
was a
like I
knee
ain't wearing that.
injury.
yeah,
It was
He
a
said,
knee
I ain't
injury
wearing
too,
these
unfortunately.
motherfuckers no
yeah.
more.
He accidentally sprung his knee. Like, ah, shit, my knee hurt. My knee hurt.
Is that what they said it was officially? A knee
Yeah,
sprain?
yeah,
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 Okay,
yeah. It was
okay.
it was not good.
I was just praying it wasn't a bad torn ACL or something. I was hoping it's something when it's bad.
I want to give it that's our NFL Week 12 picks. I mean our games. I want to give a shout out to the UCLA Bruins women's team. They just upset South Carolina the other day. South Carolina
Yeah.
they had lost a game since 2023, and UCLA is now the number one team in the country, and they are sweet. The girls team is sweet. So y'all check them out. I noticed that I wanted to give them a shout out. NBA is still looking good. The cup is still looking good. Make sure y'all tap into that. We will get into the NBA more once our season in the NFL, in college kind of slows down. I don't like to mesh it together. If you keep up with us and if you check this out before we actually became live, we was doing it like this before. We don't like our shit to collide because there's so much shit to take in that we're really in the football season right now. So we're trying to stay into it because the regular season NBA is so fucking long. But once the
Yeah,
cup
ain't no
gets
point
to
even
that,
talking about that
yeah,
shit.
once the cup gets to the semifinals and they really start where they get to the championship shit, we'll talk about that. But right now, we're gonna stick with where we are. We're gonna get into our sad notes right now. I went 1-5 last week first. No, I went 2 times first last week. 1-5. What's your sad note for this week?
man. My side note is it is Thanksgiving. Everybody, I want you guys to give your loved ones a hug. I want you to enjoy all the family time that you get. Some of us don't have family here. A lot of us, probably all of us, have somebody that we wish we could spend a little bit of time with on Thanksgiving, but those people are no longer here. So spend time with the ones you do got here and love them while you got them.
You ain't lying. I salute that, my brother. I really salute that.
Yep,
Um,
definitely.
2 times. What's your sad note, baby?
Well, you know me, I gotta go back to my sad side note. So, y'all may not be hip, I go get a little old on you. So, former Atlanta Braves batting champ 1970, Rico Cardi died. He was 85. He was one of the first Latin players to really break into the major leagues back in the early 60s, man. And for anybody that really was into baseball like I am, I mean, I know, news you into baseball too, but you know me, I like to go a little retro, but he was something to watch, man. It was just sad to see him that he passed away. It kind of took me by surprise. I just happened to be going through the clips a few days ago and actually seen that he had passed. But yeah, he was one of those ones, man. There wasn't a whole lot of Latin players that were breaking into leagues when he came in, especially in the National League. And you know, like I said, he passed away. He was 85. I just want to give a shout out to his family, man. Rest in peace.
Condolences to him and his family. We got you in our prayers. Um, my side note is kind of similar to 1-5's. it's Thanksgiving. It's one. If you know me, you know how I feel about my big bro. Shout out to Booney Mac, rest in heaven, big dog. This is one of his favorites. His birthday's on Christmas, but this was his favorite. He loved being around his family, the smiling, everybody kicking it, everybody drinking, eating good. I hope y'all enjoy y'all time with y'all family. We also get to watch some great football. This is one of my favorite times. It's also right before the game, so it's gonna be really good. It's really sad. It's really happy. Everything, the emotions run real high around this time of the year. But this year, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna take it all in. Um, I'm very excited about Saturday. I feel like Buckeye fans got something to really keep your head held high about. I'm gonna enjoy my time with my guys. I hope everybody have fun with their families. Enjoy y'all food. I hope everybody stay safe. Don't be riding around in no cars if you drinking, because the po-po will be on your asshole. Do you understand me? So
They
you gotta
really
stay
do.
low. You gotta stay low around this time of the year. I want to give a shout out to my guys. We gonna do our picks. Like I said, we will do our picks Thursday morning of Thanksgiving. We just gonna go over our picks for that week. We gonna give y'all our power rankings as well. We gonna have another little talk with y'all before we get up out of here on Thursday before Thanksgiving. I like them lights. That's dope. Also, this episode was brought to you by Punish Me Vodka. It is the number one refreshing vodka. It is also the Star Money Click vodka. Also, we will, like I said, be back on Thursday morning to give y'all the picks. Please like and share the episode. Please like and share every episode you hear. Please check us out on YouTube as well. We are all over the place. 1-5, I feel like you about to say something. What do you have to say?
Man, I ain't gonna say shit. I was just
Oh,
leaning.
okay. So you gonna say something. You gave me that I wanted to say something. Look, so like I always say, everything I do this on God. Every time we do this on God. And when I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the Star Money Click CEO, the BMC Capo, the number one rapper in the world. That is 1-5, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the owner of the Punish Me Vodka, and the number one producer in the world. That is Jimmy, 2 times the disgruntled 49ers fan, and now the hopeful Sooner fan, and my brother from another mother. We was the On God podcast. We is out. Y'all be safe.
Assalamu alaikum, baby. Thanksgiving.